Oh, yeah, I agree.
It's hard. I figure everyone can have 4 days.
Well, listen, yeah, I think
But thanks for sending those memos.
I am Cory Ness, she, her pronouns, and I look forward to sharing leadership of today's service with Reverend Bran and Yvonne DuVal. Whoever you are, wherever you live, whomever you love, and however you may spend your days, you are welcome at the Unitarian Church of Harrisburg. We invite you to join us for a coffee hour following this morning's service, either downstairs or in the common room or on Zoom. I invite you to take this moment to hold our special place here as sacred by silencing your electronic devices and preparing yourself to be present, online or in person. We are grateful for this time together.
We're also grateful to have a beautiful building, although sometimes parts of it start falling off. So we know that something's blowing around over there, and if we hear it during the service, it will just be part of the drumbeat of the wind as it's contributing to our service today. So we have chosen to bring ourselves here to this sanctuary today to gather as a community of faith. We join together in solidarity as a covenanted people who are drawn together by the promise of connection and the mysterious pull of the unanswerable. As seekers, wanderers, appreciators of nature, and creators of connection, our paths have converged today so that we might become present to the spirit that is worship. And so, let us worship together. Now, in some modern earth-honoring traditions, we prepare ourselves to experience moments of magic together by calling the directions. When we do this, we create a circle of protection, a separate space from our everyday world where sacred things may happen. As Melissa and Anne call the directions, I invite you to use your imagination and intention to create a circle around our community, here in this room, but also holding those who are joining us from home. So let's rise together, and we're going to turn our bodies to face the directions as we call them, beginning with north.
We welcome the blessings of the north, of the still, quiet earth, the sleeping ground awaiting its blanket of frost and snow. May we remember its steadiness in the winter ahead.
We welcome the blessings of the east, of the chill air filling our lungs, and the dawn's reminder that the sun is returning. May we learn with every breath from the lightness and power of the winds.
We welcome the blessings of the south, of the fires of our hearths and the warmth of our hearts. May we remember this bright heat even when we are surrounded by cold and gray.
We welcome the blessings of the west, of waters becoming frozen with winter's chill, of the sunset which draws the quiet dark, of each silent snowflake that settles to the earth. May we remember to pause and appreciate the beauty water brings to the winter.
And let's turn to the center.
We welcome the blessings of the center, the self, the spirit, our place in the world and in our communities. May we reach our awareness wide into the world and keep our centers bright.
The circle is cast. We have created a sanctuary. Let us celebrate the passing of the longest night together in this space of safety, peace, and trust. During this time, as you feel so moved, please speak the names of any deities, ancestors, or loved ones which you would invite to abide with us within this circle.
As this circle has brought us to face one another in the center of the room, we recognize that following along to the hymn lyrics on screen as we normally would is not as accessible as usual for those here in the sanctuary. So as we begin singing our opening song, you can look for the insert in your order of service and find lyrics printed there.
And winter grays on the sky, rust upon the leaves that lie, red on the last few berries clinging, brown on the branch where the bitter winds sing. Even when white obscures the scene, still in winter there is green.
light our chalice this morning with these words from the Reverend Sean Parker Dennison. There is no competition between this light and the darkness which holds it. Both the light and the darkness are holy. We light our chalice not to defeat the darkness, but because for a time we need the gifts of flame, warmth, and light to guide and help us in our endeavors. And when the time comes, we will embrace again the gentle dark, which allows us to rest. And so we kindle this light with awareness and gratitude for light and dark and all that lies in between, each with its gifts, each with its beauty, each part of a sacred and necessary whole. The kindling of lights is an important holiday tradition across many faiths and cultures. Today is the winter solstice. Soon it will be Christmas. Next week it will be Kwanzaa. And tonight will also be the 8th night of Hanukkah. For now, the candles of our menorah will remain unlit. But when evening falls, Jewish people and their families around the world will bless and light their own menorahs in memory of the Hanukkah miracle, when one jar of consecrated oil burned for 8 days and nights. And we also honor the season of Advent this morning, lighting the Advent candles with a prayer. Today is the 4th Sunday of Advent. We have nearly circled through the season, seeking a change in our hearts and our world, as these tapers of wick and wax are transformed into light and heat. May we be changed by the spirit of this season. Let these messages be magnified on Christmas Day. We light the candles for hope, peace, joy, and love. We honor an additional candle lighting, one more solemn now, but no less loving. When a member of our beloved community has died, we light a special candle in their honor. Early this week, Don Brown passed away peacefully at home after a long journey with Lewy body dementia. Don was a member of UCH for 46 years, and there is much to remember about his extraordinary life. He was an expert on climate change, international environmental law, and environmental ethics. In loving memory, he now joins his son, Jeff, who died in 2021. He is survived by his wife, Linda, who remained steadfast by his side until the end, and by his son, Ben. With love in our hearts for Don, his family, and all those who grieve today, we have lit this candle of remembrance.
Fox Steals the Dark, A Story of Winter by Erica Barone. All the many years we thought darkness was the default. We thought light was the precious thing, the thing that could be stolen, the thing that could be lost. And so as winter came, we watched the coming of the night with anxiety, hoping always for light's return, never quite certain that it would come again. But how could we really be sure? Every year, though, the light did return. When spring came and the balance shifted again, we celebrated the return of light. We sang songs of praise. We danced, dances of joy for the light. We told story of its wonder and of how it came to return to us. We painted it on paper and canvas and the walls of our most holy places. We rendered its image in cloth and glass. By contrast to the venerated light, darkness was nothing but absence, loss, to be feared or hated or endured, but not appreciated, not celebrated. Certainly not ever hoped for and honored. Darkness was to be protected from, not to be protected. Darkness could not be lost. But we were wrong. Oh, how wrong we were.
Deep, deep, deep into the heart of the winter, deep, deep, deep into the womb of the mother, deep, deep, deep where there is no other song but the song of my soul. Deep, deep, deep into the heart of the winter, deep, deep, deep into the womb of the mother, deep, deep, deep where there is no other song but the song of my soul. Deep, deep, deep into the heart of the winter, deep, deep, deep into the womb of the mother, deep, deep, deep where there is no other song but the song of my soul.
In our ignorance, we began to look for ways not just to endure the darkness, but actively to fight it. We invented weapons to hurl at it, ways of pushing it back and calling forth more light. Darkness was not precious. Darkness was not vulnerable. And so we fought it with all of our strength, convinced that the best we could do were minor successes here and there.
Deep, deep, deep into the heart of the winter, deep, deep, deep into the womb of the mother, deep, deep, deep where there is no other song but the song of my soul. Deep, deep, deep into the heart of the winter, deep, deep, deep into the womb of the mother, deep, deep, deep where there is no other song but the song of my soul. Deep, deep, deep into the heart of the winter, deep, deep, deep into the womb of the mother, deep, deep, deep where there is no other song but the song of my soul.
Our ways of hurting darkness began to tear at the fabric of darkness. We could not see this, of course. Our attention was elsewhere, and even if we had been looking, much of this was invisible to all, but the most sensitive perception. Nevertheless, the damage was being done. Darkness was fraying at the edges. Darkness was itself in danger.
Song of my soul. Deep, deep, deep into the heart of the winter, deep, deep, deep into the womb of the mother, deep, deep, deep where there is no other song but the song of my soul. Deep, deep, deep into the heart of the winter, deep, deep, deep where there is no other song but the song of my soul.
Darkness itself was in danger. But though we could not see this, there were those who could. Those whose perception of the world differs enough from ours that they could see this thing that we could not. The creatures of the night began to notice, including the creatures of the betweens, those who live on the edges of things. One of these was fox. Living on the edge lines between forest and field and being most active at dawn and dusk. Fox was a trickster, a shapeshifter, one who walked in the betweens. And from this vantage point, Fox could see the damage that was being done to the darkness. At first, Fox was not alarmed. Darkness, Fox knew, was old, and had surely survived many cycles of weakness and health. So Fox thought that darkness would find its strength, but it didn't. The damage spread. Fox became concerned, and then anxious, and then alarmed, and then angry. Fox looked around for the source of the damage to the darkness and saw us, the people, and all our weapons to fight the darkness. And Fox became enraged. But Fox is not one to start a fight. Fox is cunning and tricking, and he's more inclined to hide in wait, to work subtly. And so Fox began by studying us for a long time. We didn't notice, but all unawares, we showed Fox everything Fox needed to know about our relationship to the darkness and the light. Fox saw our veneration of the light, saw how we thought it's vulnerable and precious. Fox saw our contempt for the darkness, saw how we thought it certain and of little worth. And then Fox concocted a plan. Fox could see that the darkness, too, rose and fell, ebbed and flowed, that we should fear for its safety, mourn its diminishment, and hope fervently for its return. And Fox knew that the only way we could come to see this for ourselves was if darkness disappeared entirely. And so the trickster decided to steal it. Fox was pleased with the plan. Then one day at noon, when the darkness had curled up as small as it could get, and the light was pouring out onto the land, the fox approached on silent red paws, silent as only a fox can be. Fox crept toward the darkness until all at once Fox pounced. Fox seized the startled darkness in Fox's paws and bundled the darkness away into a sack. Fox carried that sack down to Fox's den and sealed up the door. And then very carefully, Fox opened up that sack, and the darkness filled the den so dense and thick that even Fox, with those dawn-dusk eyes, could not see a single thing. Darkness did not speak, but Fox sensed a wondering all at this sudden turn of events. So quietly and carefully, Fox began to tell the story. How Fox could see the darkness fraying, how Fox was worried about the darkness, how Fox discovered the people's attacks and decided they could only learn the value of the darkness if it disappeared for a while. Now Fox had darkness in the den and thought that a time of rest and restoration was in order. Fox would do everything Fox could to help the darkness heal. But what did darkness need? Darkness did not speak, but Fox sensed an acceptance and heard the longing for love, for stories of celebration for darkness, for songs and dances and paintings and renderings in glass and cloth, for all the love that the people had poured out upon light for all these years. Fox knew that it would take more than just Fox to heal this hurt, but Fox could begin. And so Fox began to tell stories about the wonders of darkness. And Fox sang songs about the gifts of darkness. And Fox danced dances of delight for the darkness. But Fox's paws were not designed for a brush or needle or for cutting glass. Still, it was a beginning, and darkness felt a bit better. We, of course, knew nothing of this at the time. We just knew that all of a sudden, one day at noon, the brightest time of day, that suddenly the light got even brighter. A brightness that filled every corner. A brightness that stayed long after darkness should have fallen for the night. A day that went on and on and on. We had done it. We had conquered darkness. Or so we thought in our ignorance and our arrogance. And we celebrated. To think of it now. But we did. We celebrated our triumph. We sang our songs and we danced our dances, and we had a feast that went on for days and days. And then we began to get sick. At first, we thought it was all the extra food. But this sickness persisted and grew worse. We were sapped of all energy. It was as if the light were burning all of the energy out of us. After a week, we could barely move, and yet we could not sleep. We simply lay, unable to do much of anything at all, but with no real way of finding restoration. The land began to suffer too. We could see that. We could see the trees wilting as well as the grain in the fields. We could see the animals' energy drain away too, just like ours. We became frightened then. And then slowly came the realization we had been wrong. Darkness, too, was precious. We could not live without it. And now it was gone. We still thought it was our own weapons which had killed the darkness. We had fought it. We had won. However, it was ourselves we had destroyed in the process, having killed what we thought was our worst enemy. We discovered that we had destroyed, in fact, a most vital friend. We wept, filled with remorse and sadness and shame. And then after 12 days of blazing, unrelenting light, all of a sudden, darkness returned. Fox had released the darkness, hoping that by then we would have learned better and seeing that darkness was beginning to heal.
What we seed in the dark grows. What we seed in the dark grows. What we seed in the dark grows and grows. How no one knows what we seed in the dark grows. What we seed in the dark grows. What we seed in the dark grows and grows. How no one knows what we seed in the dark grows. What we seed in the dark grows. What we seed in the dark grows and grows. How no one knows what we seed in the dark grows. What we seed in the dark grows. What we seed in the dark grows and grows. How no one knows what we seed in the dark grows. What we seed in the dark grows. What we seed in the dark grows and grows. How no one knows what we seed in the dark grows. What we seed in the dark grows. What we seed in the dark grows and grows. How no one knows what we seed in the dark grows. What we seed in the dark grows. What we seed in the dark grows and grows. How no one knows what we seed in the dark grows. What we seed in the dark grows. What we seed in the dark grows and grows. How no one knows.
The darkness returned. Pure grace, a second chance that even the most stubborn among us knew was a gift beyond any we had ever received. We wept with joy and relief. We welcomed the darkness back with fervent love as the agent of healing that it had always been, but which we had never seen. We recovered slowly, and when we began to write new songs and create new dances honoring the darkness, we created images of darkness in paint and glass and cloth, and we put them in our most sacred places. We told stories of its beauty and its gifts. We loved it. And as we loved it, the darkness healed. The balance returned. We still love the light. It has a beauty of its own. Though light without darkness is lethal, we know that we cannot survive without the light. But we love the darkness too. We love it with all our hearts can hold. And Fox returned to his trickster ways. Fox is still a fox, but there has been a change. Is it to remind us, or is it a gift of thanks from the darkness, or just the natural result of carrying it away? We don't know. With our perception sharpened to the truths of the world, the change in Fox is undeniable. Their paws are black. Fox carries this story everywhere in Fox paws.
Honor the dark as you do the light. Receive the gifts that come to us by day and by night. I choose to honor the dark, uncertainty and change. Deliver us from fear until only love remains. Honor the dark as you do the light. Receive the gifts that come to us by day and by night. I choose to honor the dark, uncertainty and change. Deliver us from fear until only love remains. Honor the dark as you do the light. Receive the gifts that come to us by day and by night. I choose to honor the dark, uncertainty and change. Deliver us from fear until only love remains. Honor the dark as you do the light. Receive the gifts that come to us by day and by night. I choose to honor the dark, uncertainty and change. Deliver us from fear until only love remains. Honor the dark as you do the light. Receive the gifts that come to us by day and by night. I choose to honor the dark, uncertainty and change. Deliver us from fear until only love remains. Honor the dark. When the season of darkness is upon us, we do sometimes miss the light. And winter storms might threaten to gust us off of our paths. We must reach for sources of guidance and healing. We're going to join together now in a ritual and meditation which will help us use our gathered power of intention to create a light in the storm, a flame to guide us forward in stormy times.
There are several parts to the ritual, and I'll invite you into participation as we go along. To start us off, for those who wish to join in, we'll begin circling the sanctuary, counterclockwise, along a path that I will begin tracing now. As we circle, there's no need to remain in a single file line. You can circle once or many times. At some point, when you are close to the altar, please place a stone into the narrower vessel in the center, not into the bigger bowl, into the narrower vessel. Allow your path around the room to be meditative. I'm going to ask everybody here over to turn around and go that way. There we go. Great. Allow your path around the room to be meditative, and if it's a better option for you to remain seated, or if you're participating from home, you can circle in your mind. And we'll begin some music now as we circle. Some of us may need to sit so that others can have a turn. We'll go back and forth a bit. Keep circling, keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. If there's somebody at the altar, then pass them by. You'll get another turn later. Keep moving, keep moving. If there's space in front of you, keep walking. begin to slow and pause and turn around. And we're going to begin circling clockwise now. And instead of putting stones in, we're going to start putting splashes of water very gently into the outer bowl, not the inner bowl, into the outer bowl. Let's begin circling now. And once more, if there's somebody already at the altar, continue. Sorry, dear. Jeff, can you move forward? Thank you, Cory. And if you are seated, continue circling in your mind. Thank you. We have created and embodied a very slow storm with ebbs and flows, figuring out our path together. And the energy which has risen in this room is now focused into this candle flame. I've placed the flame in the eye of the hurricane. And let's take a moment now, the space of a few more breaths, to regard the light where it flickers. And remember that it can be your guide through whatever may come. Through the darkness of space, the earth whirls in its miraculous journey around the sun. In the processional from light to dark into light, we sense the power and mystery of great cosmic forces beyond our control. Our earth goes from its spring birth to summer growth, fall harvest, and winter stillness. This season of greatest darkness will pass away, bringing back the life-giving sun. Let us welcome this season of the longest night with hearts of joy, with friendships bright, with a cup in our hands and in shared delight. Let us carol and feast, give thanks and dearly love our friends, and hope for peace, here now, this year, and every year. May all the Advent candles, all the Hanukkah candles, all the winter lights the world over, and all the lights we kindle here today not only brighten the darkness of winter, but also brighten the darkness in our hearts. May all these lights, set ablaze by people of goodwill across the globe, assure us that spring will follow winter. Hope will triumph over despair. Peace will eclipse war. Love will outlast hate. The light will never die.
Good morning. I'm Andy Back, and I serve on the UCH Board of Trustees. I'm here to represent the important labor and leadership that our members offer to keep this congregation thriving. The Unitarian Church of Harrisburg is, as always, an intentionally gathered congregation of freely thinking, loving people. The church is created, sustained, and supported by us. Each week, we take up an offering where we ask each other to share money to support the church. We also use half of the money to support to support a charity which is doing important work to improve the world. For the month of December, we are sharing with the Susquehanna Harbor Safe Haven. SHSH is a residential facility offering support and stable housing to chronically unhoused men. The program offers long-term housing with a supportive community and programming aimed at enabling future independence for up to 25 formerly homeless men in Dauphin County. In just a moment, the greeters will start passing offering plates around. You can put cash or checks in the plate when it comes by. You can also donate online by scanning the QR code on the back of your order of your service or by visiting uchbg.org and scrolling to the bottom of the page for options. Your financial support and commitment matter. Please consider giving what you are able.
The food is put away for the winter.
The crops are set aside to feed us.
The cattle are come down from their fields.
And the sheep are in from the pasture.
The land is cold, the sea is stormy, the sky is gray.
The nights are dark, but we have our family, kin, and clan around the hearth.
Staying warm in the midst of darkness, our spirit and love of flame.
A beacon burning brightly in the night.
Please rise. Spirits of the center. Would you read with me? Spirits of the center, west, south, east, north, we release you. Go if you must, stay if you will. Thankful blessings be with you. The circle is open, our work is done. May all depart in peace and return again in joy.
Honor the dark as you do the light. Receive the gifts that come to us by day and by night. I choose to honor the dark, uncertainty and change. Deliver us from fear until only love remains. Honor the dark as you do the light. Receive the gifts that come to us by day and by night. I choose to honor the dark, uncertainty and change. Deliver us from fear until only love remains. Honor the dark as you do the light. Receive the gifts that come to us by day and by night. I choose to honor the dark, uncertainty and change. Deliver us from fear until only love remains. Honor the dark. Depart in peace and return in joy.
Oh, there you go. That was the goal.